Hello. Right, out again today. Silent, so quiet. I'm over private land. Got permission. Well, actually, I'm standing on a footpath at the moment. In a quintessential English hedgerow. Bloody beautiful. Unfortunately, a lot of the hedgerows were ripped out during the last war, etc. to cope with the food shortage, get a greater yield on the crops, bigger fields, bigger yields. But fortunately for me, a lot of them still remain, especially around Essex where I live. Very beautiful, lovely things, great habitat. Unfortunately, a lot of them are being ripped out as well due to roads going through, etc, etc, etc. Not good. Anyway, I'm out today. As I say, I'm over a bit of permission I've got. There's a few bits of woodland. I'm going to go and have a little look round. I've got my big old camera out today, and I've got my macro camera in my rucksack. See what I can see. It's great. Everything's coming out now. Got lords and ladies at my feet. Nettles, cleavers. Blooming lovely. So I thought I'd take you on a walk with me. If you can't get out, you're stuck indoors obviously, and you're self-isolating. But I thought I'd bring you with me on my daily outing to get a bit of fresh air and exercise. Self-isolate outdoors in the nature. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this little walk and see what we can see, eh? My leaves are ready to burst out. There's a bit of blackthorn. Deep purple bark. Beautiful white frothy flowers in the hedgerows. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful primrose. Look at that through there. There's not many footpaths coming through here. But this one is particularly beautiful as it goes through the middle of the hedgerow. How cool is that? You've got all the hawthorn leaves coming onto the bushes now, onto the trees. The hawthorn leaves are edible this time of year, and so are the flowers, and so are the berries. Oh, that looks a bit badgery. Now, I've found a beautiful badger set over here that I'm going to scope out. I want to come and sit down on. It's over there on the edge of that woodland. I'll give you a little show when I get over there. Yeah, straight down the middle of a hedgerow. Surrounded by primroses. good's that, eh? It's a great time of year. Especially if you're looking for trees in the hedgerows. That's a crabapple. And there's the frothy white blackthorn. Just walking up here, I can see something in the distance. First of all, I thought, is that a roe deer? Because it's difficult to get a sense of size over that sort of distance. It could possibly be about half a mile away. It's quite a long way away in the middle of a field. But no. Pair of hare. Absolutely beautiful. I've not seen one around here for ages. I'll get a bit of video footage and a few photographs. But they're licking it about now. Oh, how wonderful. See if I can get some pictures, eh? There you go. You can see it's a long way away, that's fully zoomed in. I might be able to sharpen it up a bit. I use topaz denoise to get some of that grain out at a distance, but generally I like to get close to what I'm taking photographs of. But yeah, pair of hare. How cool's that? Now I'm hoping this comes out. Excuse the audio because it's blustery and I haven't got a camera with a muffle on, but in the distance, that's quite a way away. A pair of hare. I think you can see that. I'll get some shots and zoom in, but did you see by yesterday's Kestrel picture? That was a fair distance when I zoomed in and it's fairly pixelated even when it's 600mm. But they are in the distance quite some way. A couple of photographs. Yeah, just over there. Here. Just sitting there, both sitting there watching me now. Quite a distance away, running around, brilliant. Yeah, big animals, and they make a scrape on the surface of the ground. It's called a form, and they give birth in there. And the baby hare is called a leveret, and yeah. As I say, they're big animals. About as big as an Italian greyhound, if you know what one of those are. Yeah, cracking. I might get another couple of pictures there. They're getting closer. Hang on. Yeah, it's nice. Couple of hare. Along this hedgerow now. Beautiful. Wow. You probably saw on yesterday's video if you watched it. There's cowslip. You can see what I mean now. This one's a bit out a bit more. It's got this big stem, beautiful like velvet stem with these flowers on the front of small flowers. And that's a cowslip. Nice little patch here. Lovely. I'm going to head over to that piece of woodland in a minute. But it's a nice crack willow, isn't it? Ditch with a little pond behind it. Got those all up the side of my house. Outside of my house used to be a cricket bat factory, believe it or not, and it is absolutely heaving with crack willow. Absolutely heaving. I'm going to go back up to the reservoir, see what's up there. Let's take you down and show you that badger set. So yeah, down here, on the edge of that bank, it's a lovely badger set. It'd be fantastic to watch this one. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to sit down up against this hedgerow, over the back there, underneath my hide. So I've got a throw over bag type hide. Basically it's just like a giant duvet cover with a real tree with a hole in the front of it. But it's dead handy, lightweight, portable. But yeah, there's a lovely badger sitting there. It's all through there on that bank. So lots of activity. Go over there and have a look. Be nice. I'm just going to have a walk back up onto the reservoir now before I make my way back round to the woodland. We've got 3 Canada geese on this reservoir now. 3 Canada geese, lovely. I'm just gonna put you down and get some photographs. See, there's a heap of brush that they've cut from around the lake. Now, those geese are just about to go behind it, so I'm going to go from this cover to that cover. 1 second. Nice. A few Canada geese. Right, let's get over to that woodland. Sit down and have my lunch. Oh wow. This little pocket of English woodland. Absolutely carpeted. Bluebells. And primroses. Brilliant. This is a spot for my lunch. Look at that. I just thought it'd been worth making a note. This spearhead shaped leaf, Sometimes has purple splashes on it. Oh, there's the flower shoot starting to come out through here now. Look. That will be a white flower with a black stamen coming through the middle of it, and that's lords and ladies. Right, I see someone on a plant page on Facebook the other day who said, "What is this plant? I took a big bite of one, chewed it up, and it made my mouth burn." Right, this plant is very, 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 very poisonous. A big mouthful of it could cause your throat to close up and you to stop breathing. Very poisonous. Even a little nibble is like a million red hot needles being poured onto the tip of your tongue. You can see it's got that big bud at the bottom. Beautiful white flower, lily flower. Very poisonous. Don't eat it, eh? Don't eat plants you don't know what they are. Yeah, so another name for it is cuckoo pint or cuckoo pint. We used to call it snake bit because late in the autumn it has red berries on a stem. We used to say it was where the snakes used to come and get their venom, suck up their venom for when they went into hibernation. Yeah. Arum maculatum. Generally, the first flush of plants that come up in the spring are poisonous, and that's because everything's flipping hungry and thinks, "Oh, I can't wait for a bit of green to turn up. Well, this green has been coming up for so long, it's turned poisonous, so it doesn't get eaten." And even bluebell bulbs. Bluebells are poisonous. Even though the badgers love crunching up the bulbs. I reckon this would be a great place to watch the badgers in here. Anyway. Stunning. I'm walking down the side of this bit of woodland and I see a buzzard fly out, and then I see two other smaller birds fly out behind it, buzzing it. Now, it's a pair of kestrels, which means there's a pair of kestrels there that could possibly be nesting. So I'm going to go and see if I can find where they're flying in and out of. Be a good one to investigate and sit by and have a watch, because lots around here. You see, you've got the badger set, the lakes. Now, my brother's just phoned me and said over by his house, I'm a long way away now, were a pair of short-eared owls flying over, being escorted by a couple of buzzards. Now, I've seen short-eared owls over here before. However, as much as I love him, my brother's bird watching prowess is questionable. Not that I don't trust you, bruv. But when I got there, it was gone. But if I see it with my own eyes, then I believe it. But I'm just going to go and investigate over here. As I say, a pair of kestrels, the buzzard. Beautiful day. Let's have a little look, eh? Again, there's the group of fallow that went back towards the field in my last video. Basically on the opposite field. And from this distance, it looks to me like a group of Females. Beautiful though. I've just come through a hedgerow where that buzzard was being mobbed by a couple of kestrels, so I'm going to keep very low, slow and quiet. See if I can get a bit closer up onto that corner. See if I can get some photographs. Beautiful, don't they? This little woodland here is there's quite a lot of hornbeam coppice in this. Horn is the old English word for hard, and beam is the old English word for tree. Hornbeam, hard tree. And I used to make oxen's yokes out of it. Incredibly tough wood. Incredibly tough. But also it makes a very, very fine gunpowder. So around this area where I am, I've taught bushcraft courses around this area for quite some time, probably about 10 years ago now. But it makes incredibly fine gunpowder. So a lot of the gunpowder that was produced around this area from these trees, not these very trees, but you get what I mean, ended up under the Houses of Parliament of old Guy Fawkes and his mates. This is where all the gunpowder come from, around this area. But an English bluebell wood in the spring. Look at that, they're directly in front of me. I don't know if you can see, right dead centre of the frame. There's a little pine through the bluebells. Now that's probably a badger's track. They use the same paths all the time. Keep them nice and clear of vegetation as they use it and running up and down, up and down. So all the other animals use it as well. No tripping hazards, you know. No branches that can crack, usually. So it'd be a good little spot to put a trail cam around here somewhere. Get some footage for you. Yeah, this hornbeam. It's got bark like an elephant's skin. And the leaves are these beautiful lime green ribbed tough leaves. Look at that. Oh, it's one of my favourite trees. I've actually got a teaspoon I carved from hornbeam. I mean, look at that. I've got a teaspoon I carved from hornbeam. Probably it's coming up to, must be out, it's well over 10 years old. And that is like iron. You tap it on the side of a cup when you're making a cup of tea, and it chinks like a metal teaspoon. Fantastic. But it's lovely, lovely in here. The old cock pheasant calling over there. Clematis vines growing up. There's a big one in that tree there. You can make great tinder bundles from that. Take some of the bark and rough it up. Keep working, it turns into a lovely tinder bundle. There's a lot of great tits in here. A lot of great tits. There's quite a few holes in the trees around here, so long-tailed tits, grey tits, blue tits. Very pretty little woodland, this one. You've just seen hornbeam coppices. This is an ash stall. So they've been used for ash poles. You can see different type of bark. This time of year the leaves are not out of the trees. They're one of the last trees to come into leaf. And they're got very black buds. But yeah, it's nice, that is. Nice ash stall. It's a nice place to sit in there. Look at that, perfect seat. Yeah, nice place to pull it up. Right next to this. Another trail here, look. Going through there. Cool. Yeah. Ash stall, they're called. Hazel, remnants of the catkins on it. Cover for the bottom, coppice for poles and rake handles and such. Nice. Private oak right away. Obviously, I've got permission. Right, who's watched my other videos? Who knows what that is? Well, I'm going to tell you anyway, just in case you don't know. And you haven't watched them. Tut tut tut. It's a badger's latrine. So a badger will poo in a hole. Okay. And this, I would say, right here on this beautiful hedgerow in the English countryside. So this is a territorial border marker. As you can see, there's a tracker. All trackers love poo. Yeah, it sounds weird, doesn't it? But if you look at this poo, you'll see it's very soft and slimy. Now the majority, 85% of a badger's diet is made up of earthworms and small soft-bodied creatures such as slugs, etc. But they will literally eat anything from bluebell bulbs, which you can make glue out of. They're very, very sticky and poisonous. They'll crunch through them like a packet of like a jar of pickled onions. And anything up to carrion. Very ferocious little beasties. Beautiful. I love badgers. I'm going to get some photographs over at that badger set and a bit of video footage at some point and show you all. But Yeah, this is a badger's territorial marker. It's probably where two clans meet, maybe. On the other side of this hedgerow there's probably another bit of a latrine. It's probably where one clan's going, right, this is the edge of our territory, you ain't coming any further. It's right by that hole in the hedgerow there, so it's a well used path down this bit of hedgerow, in and out. So I would think the badgers using this latrine would be some of the badgers that stay in the set, which is about there. That's where that set is. So yeah, badger's latrine. Nice little find. So as I'm walking up this hedgerow, I see a little gap in the hedge, and this gap through the grasses and that. Now, a gap through grasses and foliage and maybe heather or bracken, etc. So if you get a deer-sized gap through that, it's called a foil. A foil. Now if you go in past the foil, you can see where the deer have been going through there and up the other side. Now when they cross something like a ditch or go through a hedgerow, down a ditch and out the other side, that's called a pass. A pass. Okay, yeah, gilly terms. That one's just for my friend Graham. So he likes a term. He likes a bit of terminology, don't you, mate? So yeah, a foil is where deer go through grasses, or bracken, etc. And where they cross a ditch or a river or other such obstacle, it's called a pass. There we go. That's a lovely day. I think I'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed that little walk with me. As I say, we're on lockdown. I'm over private property with full permission, having a bimble. Not seen a soul. Flipping lovely. Anyway, I hope you've liked them little bits and pieces I put in there. And I'm going to leave it there. There's all spider gossamer coming off of there. There's little tiny baby spiders ballooning. Let's get my macro lens out. Beautiful. Yeah, so again, stay safe. Look after yourselves. You can only get in through here. Cover your eyes, your mouth and your nose, and wash your hands. Hot soapy water, 20 seconds. Good wash. Alright. Wash all your produce. Careful of your Amazon packages, because I know you're all bored and you're buying. So, you stay safe, you lot, alright? I look forward to seeing you on the flip side when all this is over. Don't forget, when the lockdown's over, the virus ain't dead. Okay, it's still about, so protect your loved ones. Like I'm doing. Alright? So to all my family and friends and all you YouTube viewers, stay safe. Love to you all. See you soon. Bye.